don't have the words, and there's nobody seems to be alone. Thank you, Madam Chairperson, for having some sense of authenticity to this issue. I appreciate that from you. But I don't see any sense of urgency when we have people lying in the ground. We got the researchers saying that we can postpone it if you want to, as we look into the influenza stuff. I don't see any sense of urgency. Well, the decaying in the ground in this city. And you're coming back again to say, well, we ready. We got a plan. Well, the plan ain't working. They are not taking you seriously. They're not taking us seriously. And you wonder why folk protest like me in the streets. Because you all are being too nice, and they taking you for a joke. And when they taking you for a joke, they taking me for a joke. And my mama ain't raised no food. So either, I'm gonna tell you this, I'm gonna be straight up. Either this is a waste of my time, waste of all of our time, I get some shovels myself, or you need to be honest with us on why we here. If this just for the show or the camera, how can one landowner for almost a year hold up an entire excavation? And every meeting we that close. The next meeting we this close. The next meeting we this close. And nothing is done. Meanwhile, bodies of people are laying out in the cold, in unmarked graves. And you know better than I do. If these were bodies of white people, our sons of the Confederacy, our daughters of the Confederacy, this would not have taken this much time. This city finds a way to do whatever they want to do. Change the name of Take Brady back to Brady. Have MLK into that system. You do whatever you want to do. But you can't do this. I'm sick and tired of the bodies of ancestors, members of the church I pastored, that the pastor never had the opportunity to bury. Still lying out there. So if this is how you will operate, I can no longer be a part. If this is how this committee is going to get done, every meeting we get the same, how about this, how about this, how about this? The next meeting we don't have an agreement, just have my resignation letter. Y'all probably won't like that. But if we don't have an agreement by the next meeting, I would gladly have my resignation letter from serving on this committee signed in hand.
Madam Turner, I want to say this. I went to that meeting with the same angst that you and the members of this committee and this community have. And I sat there and I listened to all the intricacies, the back and forth that went on to try to make sure that every party had what they needed to move forward. And I understand you're not talking about that, but I just am saying this to you, okay? We cannot give up. I'm not going to give up, and I don't want anybody else to give up. We're here for a reason, and I want us to stay here for that reason. I know it's frustrating, but we cannot give up. And thank every one of you for what you're doing on a continuous basis. Because I know it's frustrating. I'm frustrated at times as well. But we cannot give up.
I am very partial to this particular area. Rolling Oaks / Booker T. Washington / Abraham Lincoln Cemetery. Ever since 2001, when he was building those homes and office buildings and knowingly disturbing over these graves, tombstones, burial furniture. Recent visit out there, the markers are missing. They've been documented. And I feel you, Pastor, and the anger. It feels like The Peanut Show. You know when Lucy had that football? Come on, Charlie Brown, kick the ball. And what happens to Charlie Brown? I feel Charlie's pain. I too feel the pain of those who are at unrest. One of the issues I have is that the so-called Area 2B scanned. How can you know the area now that they put all the markers of those that did have dates on it, did have names on it? I got pictures of those. Before they went in there and took and destroyed this area. At one point in time, did we get the district attorney involved? I talked with him. He's waiting on a call from you guys. This is a murder investigation. This is not, let's make a deal. And I think one of the hesitations that I understand, maybe the graveyard owner is having hesitations that that area is known to be disturbed and they did nothing to protect it over the years. And they just thought, well, it's just a Negro grave, nobody will care. But like Reverend said, and I heard, and I said it many times, if this was a Jewish cemetery, it would be held to pay. If this was a Native American grave, it would be held to pay. But those who did the developing out in that area said they just Negroes, let's get paid. And they're still getting paid. I think we need to take it up a notch. The deal is over. Let's get the district attorney involved. Let's put the county involved in this. You know, this is much bigger than us. And the whole world is looking at Tulsa. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Mr. Mayor, I applaud your works on this matter. I know that this is something that has never been touched in 99 years of other mayors that wouldn't even touch this issue because of this issue. But now it's on our behalf. It's on our watch to do the right thing while everybody is watching Tulsa. Thank you.
All right, there are no other comments. We're going to move on to a presentation by the Muskogee Creek Nation Preservation Office, please.
Good evening. My name is Raylan Butler. I'm from the Muskogee Creek Nation. I'm manager of the Historic and Cultural Preservation Department. I'd like to thank the City of Tulsa and the mayor and the Public Oversight Committee for allowing 3 tribes that have interest in Tulsa to join the committee. The Osage Nation, the Cherokee Nation, and the Muskogee Creek Nation. Also, members of the community that encouraged us to participate. There's a lot of history in Tulsa. Actually, the founding of the city and the naming came from the Muskogee Creek tribe. And so we joined not to prohibit or to hinder any of the investigation. We just wanted to come and we wanted to be respectful and help the committee meet its goals. We just wanted to make the committee and the community aware of some tribal history related to Oaklawn Cemetery. I'd like to talk about Tugabuchi. He's and also acknowledge that his descendants are here in the audience. I'd like to thank that Tatiana Duncan and her mother for being here. Tugabuchi was one of 23,000 Creek citizens who were forcibly removed from their homelands in Alabama and Georgia by the Indian Removal Act in 1830. Tugabuchi was born in Alabama. He traveled as a teenager on the Trail of Tears to Indian Territory. with his tribal town and his family, known as the Lochaboga. The Lochaboga settled the Tulsa area close to the Arkansas River in 1836 at the present-day intersection of Cheyenne Avenue and 18th Street near Riverside Drive. Today, this is known as the Council Oak Tree, and it's at the Creek Nation Council Oak Park. The Lochabocha named the settlement Tallahassee, which is short for Tallahassee. Many people know Tallahassee, Florida. That term comes from the Creek language meaning old town. Later became Tulsi Town and then transitioned into the term Tulsa. So Tigabutchie, I want to make one correction. It stated that he was the second chief, and through further fact-checking before the presentation today, there was another Tigabutchie that was second chief. It was a common name in that time period. The Tigabutchie we're referring to didn't have a last name. This was before we had English names in our tribe. He was a very important leader, though, for the community. He was a medicine man for Lochaboga tribal town, and he was an original Alati. So when the Creek Nation lands got divided and assigned to citizens, his 160 acres is right off of present-day Gathering Place Park. His land was at 31st in Riverside between